Alexa, stop. Good morning and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now I've got a special guest with us today. Yes, it's the one and only Mr. Bobby. Now I'm afraid he's camera shy, so he's looking up at me as if to say, what you got me on the camera for? So there we go, Bobby, say hello. Say hello. There you go. Yes, there's Bobby. Say hello one more time, then I'll let you, because I know you don't like the camera, do you not? Unlike your father, you're not exactly camera friendly. Yes. By that I mean, wait a minute, I'll just get that. Too soon. I do digress here, folks, I'm sorry, but this is live, you know, recordings as things happen, you know, when you're live sometimes. You could catch the local postman coming out the window. You could have your dog who refuses to be on camera. So I keep on having to do that. Yes, now just there we go. Just stay there like that. The camera's not going to hurt you. No. Right, so back to the matter of the orb. Now, big news on the orb is I've had it verified by a few different people. I did, you know, send it to some other people who came back with the rubbish that it unconvincing and all that type of stuff. But I've had it verified now, and this is a serious point I'm going to say about the orb, and I'll come back to everything else around it in a minute. But I've had it verified by someone who would not lie about these things, so therefore that to me says it's legitimate. Now, when I was doing the football video where the orb is on, I was talking about Sunderland and Middlesbrough, and Newcastle had a game later on that afternoon, so all the three clubs were being represented on that day. The reason why I mention that is because that orb, it could be me mum, could be me dad, could be Trudy's dad or Trudy's mum or nana or whatever. It could be someone from the family who has passed over and just wanted maybe just to, you know, just to say that they were there, and you know, it was all good. Now when I was doing the video, at the time on the video I said that I saw it, but I didn't say that I felt it going across my eyebrow there. It's coming across my forehead and then off into the distance. Now I later took this video footage in to work and showed Neil, the chaplain who works at our place, and he had a look at it and had a good few looks at it, and asked questions like, was there a window on this side of me as well as the patio doors and reflection and all that. Like some people said it could have been the car where the patio doors are. Patio door leads into the garden. There's no car in the garden, so it's not the reflection from that. It's not reflection from the window, because there isn't one at the side of me. There's a wall where I sit in the kitchen. So all of this leads to very strict. Go on, Bobby, I'll let you go if you want to go. I'm not going to keep forcing you. Oh, you want to lick me hand now? Oh, you want to stay? All right, I see. So it's like that. It's on your terms. Who'd have pets, eh? Now, so getting back to the orb, when I showed Neil it at work, he went through it, and then after about another 3 or 4 minutes says, Peter, that is paranormal. So what I've got there is, he says it's friendly, you know, he says it doesn't come across, it doesn't seem to him like it's what I described, the way it happened, just like brushed across us and then went. He says it's nothing to worry about that way on. So this brought me to think, and I do on occasions think, I don't do it all the time, but on occasions I do. So this brought me to think of a few things. My mum, who died when I was 22, she originally was from London, she's a Cockney, but they moved up during the war. They had shops and that. Can you bear with us, because it is a long story, so I'm going to try and, you know, give you the full details and let you make your mind up after that. So they moved up, they got evacuated during the war to Middlesbrough, and that is why my mum became a Middlesbrough fan. My dad was staunch Sunderland, right, as I am. So that's the Sunderland and Middlesbrough side of things. Now the Newcastle side of things, Trudy's dad was staunch Newcastle, right, Newcastle through and through. They were, like I said, they were playing later on the afternoon, so you know there's a connection there. Could be him. So I weighed all of this up, and I was talking about. Sorry, I just seen somebody outside the window coming up me drive, just putting leaflets through doors. So yeah, so like I say, I cut the longer story shorter. It could be Eddie, which is Trudy's dad. It could be my dad, Stan. It could be my mum, Betty, or it could be Trudy's mum, Kath, you know, even, or a nana, just, you know. So I'm kind of like buzzing about it in one sense, because I do like, you know, like looking at programs, watching programs, paranormal programs and all that, and I'm interested in that, and I want to go to Chillingham Castle, you know, and have a night there with friends and whatever, and you know, do a ghost hunt there. So that would be very interesting. I've got other things in the fire where I'd like to go, and there's a show on called Do You Believe in Ghosts? That's on at the Theatre Royal, I think it is, or the Tyne Theatre. I always get them two mixed up. But it's on in Newcastle anyway, October the 12th. So my interest in the paranormal goes back way back, because now this is the personal bit to me. My mum used to go to spiritualist meetings, and my mum and my dad was religious, right? So this, and Trudy's nana was religious, and Trudy's mum. I'm not sure about the dad. I'm not sure if he was or not. But yeah. So my mum, when I was a lot younger, we lived through Durham, and we were in the kitchen one time, and my mum was just talking. It was like late at night. It was quite dark. And my mum said, "Look at that out the window, the kitchen window." And I looked, and just as I looked, there was like a shape, like a triangle shape, and it just came down like that, from the top of the window like that, down. As soon as it came, it went. It was like seconds, you know, just like that. They probably paid her. Now, that got me thinking back then, because like I said, my mum used to go to spiritualist meetings, you know. So just excuse me, just turn this camera a touch. There you go. So the got me thinking about, you know, all things like of that nature. My brother, you know, he said he done the Ouija board one time, and it was with his friends and that. And he says, you know, the fire came on, it was totally empty, there was nothing in the grate, because back in the day, you used to have to build your fire up and light it with sticks and paper and coal and all that. But he says it came on and then went off. The curtains were moving and crazy sounds in the house and stuff. Whether it did or not, I don't know. You know, I wasn't there, so I kind of disprove or prove it. You know, I take his word for it. So my interest grew as I got older. Then I watched a load of horror films. I absolutely love me horror films. I love anything paranormal, most haunted. I love that. Help My House is Haunted. You know, Alan Robson and all this stuff that he does, and it's fascinating. You know, it's really a fascinating subject. So this is why when I done the video about football, the connection there is, my dad, like I said, was Sunderland. We were playing at 12 o'clock, we were kicking off, and this was about 11:15. And for that to happen is just weird, because it says to me that could be my dad, you know, just saying he's all right and everything's fine and stuff like that. Maybe just want to wish the lads well, you know. Or it could be different. It could be my mum, because I was talking about Middlesbrough when it, you know, more or less happened. So that could be my mum saying that she was there. It could be Ed, because like I said, they were playing about 4 o'clock, I think it was, Newcastle on the day. So there's a lot of variations and variables on it. what I will say is it's genuine. I did not fix to be looking for paranormal stuff on that video. It's absolutely genuine. There is nothing made up, there's nothing shot, like Photoshop and all that stuff. There's nothing of that nature. It's absolutely me, like I am now, just talking on the phone on my YouTube channel, and it happened. So that's good enough for me. I'm an honest man. I don't mess around and try to make something up with to what it's not. See it like it is, and I speak it like it is, and I always will do. So I believe in this stuff, and it's fascinating, when you can you have all of this stuff. I'm just getting a drink, 2 seconds. Orange juice, because I'm working on my music, so I'll come back into that in a few minutes. Orange juice at the minute. So yeah, I find it all fascinating, and if it was any one of them, then fair be it. It's not something that's frightening us in that sense, because Neil, the chaplain, says it's what I've described and the way it happened, and friendly, it's nothing malicious or nothing like that. So brilliant. The Orb, I will definitely call it that. I'm not afraid to call it that, and I will title the video The Orb, in my kitchen, and because I stand with it. It's video evidence that I've got, and I'm not like I said, I'm not someone who would look to make it up just to get a bit of attention, or try and get someone, oh yeah, and this. I'm not like that. So if it happens when I'm doing a video and I've got the video evidence, I will show it to everybody and see their reaction, see what they say, and get the reaction from that. So all the time when I was younger, like I said, my mum would be talking about this kind of thing as I got older, like teenagers and stuff. And my brother, our David, he goes to spiritualist meetings and things. My nana, so all of that, it's got a connection there throughout the family. I just find it totally fascinating, brilliant subject to to listen to watch programs on it and stuff. So to have Neil, a chaplain, verify, if you like, that, it's absolutely brilliant. So now I will move on to the music side of things. So there's could be some very exciting news. Now I'm smiling when I say this because it could be very exciting news, whereas you can tell from my voice at the minute, I'm not doing much singing at the minute. It's a bit rough and sore at the minute, so I'm leaving the vocal side out of things for at least another week or so, and then take it from there, see what happens. If I'm feeling better then. But I've wrote about another 2 or 3 songs, and the lyrics, they were already halfway there, already halfway done. And it's just a case of taking it to Paul, and he will put the music down. Then once my voice recovers, I will record them. All this, I would say, in about the next 2 or 3, 4 weeks. Is I've got a lot on, a lot of things happening in between that as well, going out and stuff like that. But the music is certainly coming along nicely. Practicing a lot more on my guitar, getting better with that. So so I love melodies, simple melodies that can make a song very interesting, with a chorus and that it pulls people in. So it's absolutely brilliant. And what I will say is, it could be some real big news coming up if it goes like I'm hoping it does. That's this week coming up, probably the back end of this week. So yeah, so in the next 5, 6, 7 days, it could be absolutely awesome news. And of course, as soon as it's confirmed that it is that what's happening, I can't say no more. I don't want to say anything, don't want to jinx it, but I will tell you guys, and I'll put it up there so you can all know about it, and do a blog and then explain better. But it's big for the album if it happens. It's brilliant for me on a personal level to get the songs out there, to know that people appreciate them and they love them. That, you know, if I can get just 1 or 2 people liking it, then I've done my job as a songwriter, as a singer. You know, put them over the best way that I can with feeling and passion and honesty. And yeah, so this album, by the time, it's not going to get finished till next year. That's a definite. Because we want to take it properly and do it, you know, slowly and assuredly. And there could be little live events happening and stuff later on this year, but again, that's in the pipeline. It's not confirmed yet. So when it is, I will let you know about that. Great. So the album's going really well. Writing the songs, lyrics wise, as I speak. Just about finished out. There's only 2 or 3 more songs that need to be written, so that'd be fantastic. So I'm just going to do something here. 2 seconds. This is live. There we go. I've just potted the ball. I'm playing golf on my PlayStation. Crazy, but there we go. So yes, going to have. I'm aiming to have about 14 songs on the album. 12 to 14 songs anyway, and songs are going to be different. That styles is going to be like a rock and roll style. It's going to be very much laid back with like cellos and violins and all that in. Then it's going to kick it up a bit, you know, a bit edgy, sort of status quo style, and you know, meet the Eagles and things like that. Yeah, rockabilly, you know, even a bit of country style music in there sometimes in the background there with the music. Got a bit of influence there with the country. That was my mum. Thank you, mum. My dad was a Teddy boy. My mum liked country music and like, you know, like popular music, like the Nolans and all that stuff. So I got my love of music from my mum, and that was amazing. Sit in the kitchen loads and loads of times, listen to music. We had the big, massive wooden record stereo player, and we used to listen to music all the time. So it was very fond memories, beautiful memories, memories I'll treasure forever, to keep them close to my heart. It's amazing. So this album, the songs are they're not just songs there, you know, they're not just on the album for the sake of being on the album. They've got a meaning to them. There's a story in every single one of them. There's a reason why they're on there, and I will sing them, like I said, to the best of my ability and put proper heart and soul into it. And I thank every one of you for your interest and keeping asking us how it's going. There's loads of people at work asking us how it's going. It's phenomenal, it's brilliant, and it's something I've always loved. Music has been a passion of mine since I was about probably 10 year old. Listening to it at first, obviously, back in them days, and then, you know, later on as I grew to understand it more, going to watch bands and stuff like that, which I absolutely adore. I love me bands, going with Mr. Maiden and all my other friends, Malcolm and that. It's amazing, it's fabulous, and it's something I treasure, and I'm honoured and privileged to have the ability to write songs and to put songs over, give the voice to them and present them to you guys out there and get the feedback that I'm getting. It's wonderful. So I thank you all for your support. I'm going to wrap the video up now. I thank every single one of you for your support, and so does Bobby. Say hi, Bobby. Hi, guys. So thank you very much for all of your support. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. It's not because I want to make loads of money, because I don't, you know. It's just because I want to know your feedback, how you're feeling about the songs and the videos and that, the blogs. And I thank you very much for all of that. So once again, I'll say my cliche ending. I'll see you guys on the other side.